Sellers win when they understand buyer psychology, okay? I've seen this a lot, and I do think that sometimes it falls along generational lines and some other things where, I've seen sellers say things like, well, these guys, actually, I had a situation this year where a young man who was putting an offer on a property, the seller came back and said, this young man is not putting enough money down. He clearly cannot afford this property. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that buyer psychology and why sellers should consider this. So sellers are often surprised by, first of all, how emotionally buyers react, because don't forget, buyers are out there looking for their dream homes, right? And sometimes they often freak out when the house doesn't look perfect. And so number one, the first thing I want sellers to understand is that we try our best to get your house sale ready, which means curb appeal, staging. This stuff isn't nothing. I think a lot of sellers are like, do I really need that? That just seems like a load of, it's not. It's actual strategy. A lot of buyers need to be able to see what they're moving into, and they want things to be ready for them when they go. So just from prepping your house, right? Landscaping, power washing, small repairs, lighting tweaks. Listen, it's about clearing the path for the buyer to say yes. Okay, now to go back to the thing that I had said before about that young man who had it was a 5% down conventional. And the seller's response was, well, you don't have enough money to buy this. But we had our pre-approval for the amount of money that we were offering for the house. And so I think for a lot of sellers, they think that a lot of down payment, heavy cash offers are the way to go. But the truth is, if a buyer comes in with a pre-approval, usually it means they have cash and they want to hold on to their cash, because if they can leverage the purchase, it makes more sense for them to leverage the purchase at the current interest rate than it is to possibly take their money out of where they have their money currently invested. So if the money that they're currently invested is, returning at a rate of 8%, it makes sense for them to keep their money there and instead borrow more at under that number. So right now, what is it? In the mid to high sixes, it makes more sense to keep your money where it's invested doing better and leverage the amount that you want to borrow.